Hello everyone, my name is Simon, your host for today's webinar with Johan Cruyff Institute titled Be a Leader in Sport Management. And during today's webinar, you will learn how this master can help you boost your future, how you can combine this master with other study programs of the Johan Cruyff Institute, what type of profile and persons this program is looking for, as well as why to study at the Johan Cruyff Institute. And telling you more will be today's presenters, and it's a pleasure to introduce Victor Jordan, who is the e-learning director. Welcome, Victor.
Welcome, all the guys who are listening to us, and thank you, Simon.
Victor, thank you for joining, and it's a pleasure having you in the session. And next off, sitting next to you, next to Victor, is Roman Pascual, who is the commercial director. Welcome, Roman.
Hi, Simon. Welcome, all of you.
Roman, thank you for joining to you as well. And last but not least, I would like to introduce Lucas Torda, who is the alumnus at the Johan Cruyff Institute. Welcome to you too, Lucas.
Thanks, Simon. Hello guys. Thanks for joining us, and I'm really looking forward to share some things about the Johan Cruyff Institute with you.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure that the audience that has joined today's webinar would, of course, prefer to hear more from you rather than from me. So just allow me to give you the control, and you should take it from here as the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Okay, guys, welcome to this webinar. In the following hour, so we will discover you the possibilities offered by our Master in Sport Management. You have already introduced our sales director, Roman Pascual, and a former student, and our alumnus, Lucas Dorda. As a learning director, I will explain you who we are, what we offer, but please, really important for us, do not hesitate to make your questions or doubts. You have a Q&A chat and available in this room, so please feel free to ask everything you need to listen. So, first of all, what is the Johan Cruyff Institute, and what is the world of Johan Cruyff? The Cruyff Institute is one institution that has got 4 other initiatives, 4 or 5 initiatives, initiated by our founder, Mr. Johan Cruyff, after his retirement from playing and coaching. The first initiative is the Wall of Johan Cruyff, who is managing this, the following initiatives that I'm going to mention. First one, the Cruyff Library, who consists in a collection of books over the life of Johan Cruyff. Part of the profit go to the Cruyff Foundation, perhaps the most well-known initiative. But we also have Cruyff Classics, where you can find fashionable shoes and products. After Cruyff Football, who improves the performance of players, coaches, through our founder innovative methodology, and Cruyff.com, who is in charge of Mr. Cruyff legacy. Let's see something or some other things. The most important for us right now, you know, we are trying to follow our founder legacy. And regarding the Cruyff Institute, who started in 1999, we are trying to follow in his mission, who is educate athletes, sports and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. This is what we try to do every day, and of course you will see today our methodology, who is studying with us, our professionals, etc., etc. A little bit of history, yeah, because this started in 1999. Right now, you know, we have an international network, but the first program, kind of Master in Sport Management, started in 1999 for 35 athletes in Amsterdam, and after it came to Barcelona in 2002. Yeah, once established in Barcelona, we became the headquarters and we start our expansion. Right now, we have, as you can see on your screen, 5 institutes, 3 universities, and 5 colleges with more than 7,000 students. what do we offer in these institutes or in these colleges or universities? In institutes, we are offering postgraduate and executive education. This is not the same as we offer in our universities, where we offer, of course, graduate education, and in our 5 colleges where we offer vocational training. As you can see all around the world, the different face-to-face institutes or colleges started in different years, but today we are going to speak about the online also possibility to study with us that started in 2008. Let's continue. After speaking a little bit of our growth, let's explain a little bit our portfolio. As you will see, it's a big portfolio. At least regarding sports management. You will see we have 3 levels. Starting in the upper part of the slide that you can see, you will see our masters. Right now we have 3 masters running, and a new one that is coming, or we hope that will be coming soon. Today we are going to focus in our master in sport management, but of course, if you have doubts or questions about the rest of the masters, do not hesitate to ask us. Next to our sports management master, we offer a marketing master and a master in coaching. Let me explain you where we are offering these programs, and perhaps it will help you to take a better decision. Our master in sports management can be studied, can be followed online or face-to-face. On-site can be studied in Amsterdam and Barcelona. And of course, as I mentioned it before, you can study it as well online. This master in sport management can be studied we offer two different kind of diplomas. We offer a professional master, who is offered in the 3 modalities I explained it before, and one universitary diploma, offered because we joined it last year. We signed an agreement with the Autonomous University of Barcelona. So in September we will launch the first edition. So as you already know, the professional master started in 1999. It's a consolidated program and in both possibilities, face-to-face or online. And next you have the master in sports marketing and sponsorship. This master is properly offered online, but in Barcelona you can study, as you will see, after a postgraduate. The master in football, we are right now working on its development. We cannot say when we are going to start. And finally, the master in coaching can be studied blended or face-to-face in Amsterdam. All these programs are going to start in September of this year. Okay, second level, you will see we have some postgraduates. At least the postgraduates are part of the masters. So our masters are composed by different postgraduates. So for instance, you can start your career in sport management studying the postgraduate diploma in sport management. You will see, or you see in the 3rd level, that to do this postgraduate, you have to study the following modules: strategic management, innovation and leadership, sports marketing, and financial management. And so you can stop here and get the first diploma, or you can continue. So the second step in your career will be study the postgraduate diploma in sports marketing. Once you enroll the second postgraduate, you're going to study facilities management and event management. So right now you have 2 diplomas. What's next? Next will be a couple of modules that doesn't appear in this infographic, but really simple to explain. Once you get these 2 diplomas, you can continue developing your final master project and one specialization module. So after studying the 2 postgraduate and these 2 added modules, you will get the master in sports management. Similar for the masters in sports marketing and sponsorship. You will start studying the postgraduate diploma in sports marketing. Take care. Here you have to study sports marketing, financial of management, facilities management, and even management. So you will get, as I explained it before, the postgraduate diploma in sport marketing, and you can stop here, or we hope you will be able to continue, and you will start there the postgraduate diploma in sponsorship. That means study 4 new modules: the strategy in sponsorship from agencies and media, tactics, and the last one, fundraising. Once here, you will have the 2 diplomas, and again, the same that I explained it before regarding the Master in Sport Management. You have to study, or you have to develop a project, the final master project. So once you finish, you will get the diploma of Master in Sport Marketing and Sponsorship. Perhaps right now, my colleague Roman can explain you even a little bit more regarding other stuff.
Yeah, of course, Victor, because our masters have a duration of 13 months, and each master has a price of 7,500 euros. These master programs can be paid in different installments or in a single payment. In this case, if you pay in a single payment, you'll have a discount of 3%. Then we have our postgraduate diplomas. Depending on this postgraduate diploma, have different durations. For instance, our postgraduate diploma in sport management has a duration of 6 months and a price of 4,500 euros. The other one, the postgraduate diploma in sport marketing, has the same duration, 6 months, but the price is different because has a cost of 3,875 euros. The same price has our postgraduate diploma in sponsorship. And the other one, the last one, our postgraduate diploma in football business, has a duration between 7 and 8 months and a price of 4,750 euros. So, and my explanation, our courses. We have these specialized courses because we have a duration of 10 weeks, more or less, Victor, I think. Yeah, 10 weeks.
Between 8 and 10, depending on the ICTS credits that they have.
Yeah, and this price, of course, depending on the academic credits. These academic credits, each one has a cost of 125 euros. Then, if you want to take our strategic management course, has 8 credits, and this will be that you have to pay 1,000 euros. The same thing in the innovation and leadership course. His price is 1,000 euros. All these courses can be paid only in a single payment.
Yeah, after. Of course, I'm sure some of you have checked our web page, so perhaps you have seen that we have other kind of programs, some basic programs called fundamentals, and of course, there in the web page you will find further information regarding everything. But let's continue a little bit in this, this big picture of what we are and what we do. Let's continue a little bit with our online methodology, and I think, I'm the learning director. I can explain you a lot, but perhaps it's better to listen one of our students or former students' opinion. Lucas, what can you tell us about your experience studying online?
Thanks, Victor. Well, as you could see on the picture now, this is not some kind of just promotional material. It is how it works. Before studying, before I started to study with the institute, I was quite afraid, how it will work, like the online methodology, and I would be just like doing all on my own. But later, I just realized that as a student, you are really in the middle of everything. So you, on one side, are getting pushed by your tutors. On the other side, you have a lot of materials, a lot of things, a lot of inputs that you could use in study. And of course, the most important thing, you have your colleagues that, to be honest, they try to motivate you even more because you have to do your best, and there are a lot of group activities that is really important. And if you don't want to let down your colleagues, you have to really work hard.
Yeah, he explained it a lot, and I think it's really important to understand that our methodology is following learning by doing methodology. That means that perhaps it's one of our differentiation points. We understand that the student has to learn doing and not only listening or getting all the information. You know, right now information is everywhere. You can find incredible speeches and presentations all over the web. And from our point of view, our extra value is the way we try to help the student to elaborate good assignments that are real. We try to put the student in different perspectives, from a consultant, as a member of a board of a club, working in a company. So from these different roles, the student has to deliver both, or individual or working with different colleagues, an assignment that can be applied to the real world. So
yeah, I think it's true, to be honest. I mean, like right now when I'm thinking about it, like one of the most benefits that I received as a student were the real life case studies that were quite. At the beginning, it was quite difficult, but then you are getting used to it, and it's great because once you finish the studies and you start the real work and in the real life situations, then you are really taking advantage of the studying material and case studies that you are studying during the time as a student.
Yeah, another thing I would like to mention is from the beginning until the last day, you will have not only professors who are guys really specialized in each module. You have also a tutor that is following you, helping you, as Lucas has mentioned, pushing a little bit you. And it's not perhaps the bigger role, but it's really necessary. You have to think that the tutor is checking out of the box, and of course, providing in our, of course, on-campus classes, interactive learning, I would say, of course, trying to visit businesses, but I will add one really important thing. We try to interact with our partners. This is not only visiting facilities. What we try to do, and we will do, we are doing right now, is trying to work hand by hand with these partners. So, I mean, when we visit the Formula One facility, we are not seeing how the facility is managed. We understand how they are doing, and all the class is trying to figure out how can they provide or how can they perform a better experience in the future. So we are delivering to the facilities, to the companies that we work with, analysis, research, or marketing plans, just ideas, because what we want is that the relationship between our institution and the companies, it's getting closer year by year, and we do not want to be seen as just a group of students that visit one facility. We want to be seen as a partner, and of course, our students get the possibility to perhaps get a new job or get a new contact. So for us, networking is really important. I don't know if you want to add, any information about our on-campus methodology. Anything to say? No?
No.
Guys, are not helping a lot.
No.
Let's continue a little bit. Why do you want? Why we offer you our programs? Why to study here?
Well, we have a lot of reasons to study with us, but we need to resume it. And we have 6 points to summarize these reasons. The first one, athletes make up a large part of our students. Together with graduates and sport and business professionals, they make a unique mix of students. I think, Lucas, are you totally agree with this first point?
Yeah, completely. I mean, it's great when you learn from other students, from other professionals. Doesn't matter if they are already in the sports sector or not, but especially when you could add some former athletes, they could help you a lot because they have other kind of experience, and this could be really, really important for you.
I think it enrich, the possibility to be in the same class.
Absolutely.
With professional athletes. Enrich your,
In my case, I've been lucky enough to have a sharing the class with several former football players or guys that were attending Olympic Games. And it's one thing to just thinking about the sport as a business, but other thing is thinking about the sport like a former athlete or like an athlete, and getting some inputs from these guys that were living it from the first person. So I think this is really, really important.
Perfect. Thanks, Lucas. And now point 2. Our programs include students with different backgrounds, levels, and nationalities, offering a broad perspective. I think our discussions in our virtual campus are very rich. Yeah,
we have a cross-cultural classes. Sometimes it looks like the United Nations. Sometimes the virtual classroom you can find guys from not only the 5 continents.
No, all over the world. That's true. In this case, I was lucky enough because again, I was sharing the classes with guys all over the world, like guys from Australia, guys from Asia, even Europe. So it's it's great. It's great because all of us are having different point of view about, and we have we could see the sport from different angles. So this is helping.
Perfect. Now point 3. Our professors are experts from the sports sector, and they bring us experience from the worlds of sport, business, and education.
Yeah, I think this mix is really important. Of course, we have some professors that come from the university. They are experts in research, but we always have bet for sport professionals who are in the pitch, on the pitch right now. They are running sports marketing departments. They are members of the board of some federations, companies, etc. I think this mix is perhaps one of the most important points in our institution.
Absolutely.
Totally agree. Now, point 4, development of real plans and strategies for the benefit of business and society. We have a lot of students working with some sport organizations, helping to these organizations to achieve their goals.
Yeah, and this is why, at least, the Johan Cruyff Institute, even, and of course, the Cruyff Foundation, were founded. So we try to help at least society. I think for us, it's, you know, it's in our DNA.
Point 5, flexibility to adapt to the study pace to each individual's workload, sport schedule, and availability.
Yeah, I think here we are really good. I think it's perhaps not really good to see you, but yeah, you know, we have people who is skiing, so they are professional skiers. That means they from December to April they cannot follow a master at the same speed than a guy who is, you know, as Lucas, for instance, who has a daily
Boring daily job.
I'm sure it's not boring, but you know, he's working 6-8 hours daily, so it's not the same. So this is real. We try to analyze every single student schedule and offer him her the best pace to permit him or her to study. And of course, combine studies with sport or with work life. Yeah. For instance, look at his your example.
It's the most important. That this was one of the reasons why I have chosen the Cruyff Institute, because I was looking for something that is recognized, that could offer me a good content, and especially I could combine my daily work and my studies.
Perfect. And at the end, point 6, every student, Lucas, will become a life member of the Cruyff family, our international alumni network.
Yeah, and I like very much this expression, Cruyff family, because here we know each other. So that means the tutors and the professors, as I mentioned, weekly or every 14 days, 20 minutes to speak with every single student. And students are working in different groups. We try to organize international meetings, and we are not a big university, and I think this is one of our values. Yeah, you can have a coffee in an event with an athlete or with a mate that you have found in a module, and he is from the other part of the world. Yeah, and of course you have the same values, and you belong to the same institution. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Well, when can you start studying with us? Important question.
It's an important question, important thing to you, because we have different kickoffs during all the year, the academic year. Our masters starts in September or in February. Here you have the information about our Master in Sport Management on campus in Amsterdam, who will start next September 10th, and the other Masters who will start in September 19th. Our postgraduate diplomas, all of them except our postgraduate diploma in football business, will start next September 19th, and this one, our postgraduate diploma in football business, will start October 10th.
So, as Roman mentioned, we have a second intake, normally half February, but okay, we have not fixed properly the exact date. So, if you are interested in not starting in September, October, and you want to study in the following year, 2017, we will send you the information.
Yeah, of course, and I think postgraduate diploma in football business also will start next March. Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Lucas, what about studying in Amsterdam?
Well, I think it could be great. In my case, I've chosen Barcelona before, But absolutely, like why not? The possibility to study in Amsterdam really sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. You have also a trip to Barcelona as well. So programs are, as we mentioned, the same, or more or less the same.
Yeah.
And of course, I think it's a good option. Yeah, really nice city. Yeah, and
if you're an Ajax fan,
yeah,
right?
yeah, there you will find a mix of American and Dutch professors, really experienced, and of course, I think it's a good option.
Absolutely.
But of course, you have the possibility to come to Barcelona. Remember here, I introduced it before, that we offer, okay, in Amsterdam, you will find 2 masters as well, the master in sports management and the master in coaching, face-to-face and blended. And in Barcelona, you will also find 2 masters, the one with the university, so the university master in the mornings, Tuesday, Thursday and Fridays, and the professional one, Fridays afternoon, the university in the mornings. You know, our partner, the University of Barcelona, is one of the best universities in the world, #1 in Spain. Okay, I think it's a good.
I assume. I think that if I'm still trying to choose some kind of master right now, this would be one big plus for me, if as a student that wants to study. So I agree with you.
Here it's important to take the decision, and of course every one of you have to think if you prefer a diploma delivered by a university, and of course the Cruyff Institute, or to choose the professional master. I think it's really important to take this decision, not only because, as Roman mentioned, there is a small difference in price as well. For instance, let me tell you that the university master also have a module of economics in sport, perhaps has some orientation not only in the sports industry as well in the research world. So I think it's a good choice. Yeah, it's a good choice. More things. Roman perhaps will explain you how can you combine our study, our modules.
Yeah, I have to say that if you want to study our master in sport management, it's not mandatory that you have all the master in 1 year.
Yeah.
You can study with us module by module. This means that you can start with one of our courses, one of our modules, for instance, our strategic management course, and after that, you can jump to our postgraduate diploma in sport management. Once you have achieved this diploma, you can jump again and finish all other modules to achieve the master's diploma.
Yeah, perhaps here, Lucas can explain us his story. I think
actually it's true, you know, because my idea first was study just sports management, and that was the basic that I wanted to achieve and I wanted to finish. Later, I just realized that as I'm always trying to improve, not only myself but all of the people around me. So it's like the thing was, why not study something more? Why not learn something more? And why not looking for some improvement? And that was the reason why, of course, I chose the Cruyff Institute, because after my first experience, I was really happy. So, and I continued with the sports marketing and sponsorship, and I'm really happy with that. It was a great decision. So it's one option that all of you could use in the future. Like start with something, then in the later, just you will realize why not continue.
Okay. Let's continue. And we are near to the okay. We are going to finish our speech, and let's share or let's try to answer your questions, and of course to exchange experiences with you. Yeah, more or less. Again, this is the general picture. Thank you for the time you have spent with us, and it's time perhaps to go to questions and to try to handle what your doubts or, I mean, Simon, what do you think? It's time to go to quotes and to questions and answers?
by all means, it is time to go into the Q&A if you are finished with your presentation. Just allow me to go out of full screen so that our audience can see the Q&A better. Should be on the right side. There should be a Q&A panel. You can expand it by pressing the little arrowhead next to it. And we actually do have quite a few questions already submitted. And maybe we can start with Isaac's questions. He would like to know if the master program could be considered for his next step, which would be doing a PhD actually.
Yeah, if you want to continue studying a PhD, you have to choose the university master. Yeah, with the professional one, it's not possible, yeah, to reach a PhD, but with the university one, absolutely yes. And as Roman explained it will start in September, first time. Yeah, in Spain there is only one other, and of course, as I mentioned before, will be delivered with the Autonomous University in Barcelona, #1 in Spain. So a perfect place to do research.
Thank you very much. And then we have a question from Christina. She would like to know which are the modalities of the Master in Sport Management.
Yeah, okay, we have 3 modalities. Again, you can study face-to-face on campus in Barcelona and Amsterdam. You can study it online. Here it doesn't matter where you are living. Of course, you have the possibility to study again on campus, but a blended modality here in Barcelona, coming on Friday afternoons, and of course the rest of the part of the module will be delivered online. But blended means, as you know, studying some part of the content here in the class, doing activities, assignments, visits, visiting some companies, and doing part of the studies. Okay, I was thinking in your home, but not everywhere, because you just need a device and everything is on the virtual campus, so you can study on the metro, on the airplane, wherever.
Yeah, absolutely everywhere.
So thank you very much. Another good question is which are the profiles of the students?
Yeah, for instance, Lucas, a guy who was coming from not the sports industry and right now is in the sport industry working. We have, I would say, a degree and wants to start his professional career in the sport world. And most of our students are, I would say, okay, or former athletes or athletes, and people who is working in the industry. We have some junior guys who are starting in the industry, in the sports industry, and you know they want to have a more solid background knowledge. And also, I would say some guys who are really experienced and they want to come again to the classroom.
I would only add that the most important thing, in my opinion, is that if you share the passion for sport, and sport is something that you really love and you want, and you could visualize yourself working in this sector, it's really important for you that you could do something this kind of master. So the profile doesn't matter exactly, because as Victor said, I was not a professional athlete. I was a semi-professional, but yeah. But the thing is that if you are sharing your passion for sport, then definitely the Cruyff Institute masters are for you.
Thank you very much, Lucas, to you as well. And actually, before addressing the next question from the Q&A, I am about to open up a poll, as we would also like to have some feedback from you, the attendees. And as it's a short poll, it shouldn't take you more than up to a minute to fill it out. Therefore, I would like to thank you in advance for taking your time and giving us the much appreciated feedback. And I will leave the poll running throughout the Q&A, meaning you can either submit the poll or still submit your questions through the Q&A panel. And now returning to the Q&A, I noticed the two students wanting to know more about the payment. How can the payment be made, and if it's possible to pay in installments?
Yes, you can pay our programs in different installments without interest, or you can pay in a single payment. Also, we have two methods of payment. You can pay by credit card, or you can pay by bank transfer.
Thank you very much. And then we have a specific question from Regisle, I do believe is the name, saying that as an ongoing student in online postgraduate diploma in football business, could he join the Master in Sports Management in September even if he does not finish his postgraduate studies until then?
Here it will depend in which master once I think she wants to enroll. Yeah, for instance, for the university master, there are some some legal papers that you have to send us, at least a university degree. Yeah, has to be. And I don't know if there are more. Yeah, here it depends for the university degree. It depends which studies have you followed before. Yeah. Yeah. For instance, it's not the same if you have studied economics or management than if you have studied, I don't know, physics. So we try to analyze the information that the former student, the students send us. We also have an admission interview with them, trying to figure out who are they, experience. This for the university master. For the rest of the masters, there are a couple of things also really important. The first one, if you are in the sports, if you are a professional one, you have to show us that you have been in the industry 3 years at least, or the same as in the university one. You have to show us the degree you have followed before. So trying to answer the question, it will depend not if he or she has finished the postgraduate degree. This is perhaps not the most important point. Here the important is if you have or not a degree, or if you have or not the experience in the industry. So, from my point of view, perhaps it's not the most recommended to start a postgraduate and at the same time a master. Of course, if you are only studying, if you are a full-time student, okay, it's going to be a challenge, but sometimes it's better to be focused and try to balance work and studies. Yeah, this is my advice.
Thank you very much, Victor. And then Georg would like to be reminded on how many months does the course in Master in Sports Management take?
A good question.
Yeah, our Master in Sport Management online has a duration of 13 months, but our Master in Sport Management on campus in Amsterdam has a duration of 10 months.
The same in Barcelona, 10 months as well. Yeah.
And Sandeep would like to know if the postgraduate diplomas are only online.
No. Not properly. No, in Amsterdam you can only join a master. Online, of course, you can study everything. And in Barcelona, you can study the postgraduate in sport management and the postgraduate in sport marketing on Fridays afternoon, yeah, as a part of the professional master. So we offer a master blended in the afternoons on Friday, and that means the same as in the online studies. Oh, come on.
Yeah, but I have to say that these postgraduate diploma now are only available in Spanish.
Yeah, really important. Yeah, remember, in Amsterdam, you are going to study in English. Yeah, so the program is delivered in English, and of course in Barcelona in Spanish. In distance learning, you have both options, English and Spanish as well.
Thank you very much. And now to switch the topic would be a question if you could explain in detail the career services and internships.
Okay, here a big difference. If you are following the university master, internships are mandatory. Yeah, of course, perhaps the profile of the students it requires, but it's mandatory because in our study plan, yeah, it's like so. Internships are part of it's one of the 10 modules that the students have to study, or perhaps in this case not study. They are going to get experience in one company. This internship, it can be sometimes the student can search the company if they have got a special interest in working in a company, or we can help them to find it. But 99% of times it's offered by the institute. Right now, with the collaboration with the University of Barcelona, we have a big number of companies, football clubs, and federations that are involved in our course. So I think it's a great possibility, as well as the career services. The career services are open to all of our alumnus, and it's not only a career services. From my point of view, it's really important to point that the students do not only can find a job vacancy offered by these career services. It's really important to tell that, or to mention that we offer as well the possibility to help the student to find a job and to find, you know, like a professional career, to design the professional career. And this is provided one by one, or offering, this will start on September, offering some programs, yeah, some programs to work skills, etc.
Victor, thank you very much. This should actually answer Medina's question about the career possibilities after graduating. And a related question came from Mate. He or she would like to know if you have any specific connections to any sports clubs.
To any sports clubs?
Yeah, any specific internship opportunities.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, we have two options. The option perhaps most common, where we offer to the students the possibility to do internships, or sometimes as well, job vacancies with clubs, with football clubs or other sports clubs. And if one student perhaps it's really interested, it's keen on working in a specific club, of course, we do not have agreements with all the clubs in the world. It would be impossible, to be sincere, but we do our best to find the right contact, to write a letter of recommendation to our students, to find the right person in the club, and we try to help as much as we can the student to do an internship in wherever. Bayern München, I remember one student, or other people. I don't know. I remember some students that were helped by the institute to find the club they decided. Sometimes it's not possible, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Thank you, Victor. We have a specific question for Lucas, actually. How did your studies at the Cruyff Institute help you with your career?
Yeah, I think that absolutely, because as I mentioned before, when I'm not Spanish. When I came to Spain, I wasn't working in the sports sector, and I was looking to it. So as Victor said right now, the first step was to start studying the master in sports management. Later, I was lucky enough that I landed an internship in Adidas Group, and especially like Victor said before, the huge help that came was especially the letter of recommendation written by the institute. That helped me a lot. And after this internship, then it started. Right now, I've been working in the sports sector for more than 3 years, and I think that I kind of established myself here. So absolutely, I think that as I have said, the first step is start to study, start to learn and improve yourself within the sector, and then looking for teacher possibilities.
Yeah, and for instance, an example came to my mind right now, and for instance, one on-campus student have the desire to collaborate with the EuroCup. As you know, it will be run next month not this month. Yeah. Sorry, in fact.
In a few days.
So I was thinking, and of course we try to help him. Right now he will work in the EuroCup, and perhaps we will have a new relationship with a new partner for the following, events, and this is how it works. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to have agreement with all the clubs or all the companies all over the world, but I think it's not difficult for us to try to find the right guy inside every company and offer the student what they desire. So sometimes it's not possible.
Thank you once again. The next question is also interesting. Are there any elite athletes in the classes?
Yes, of course. Lots of them. You can follow, for instance, our social media channels as Twitter. You will see in last month, Memo Ochoa, the Mexican goalkeeper, finished the football management degree with us. Right now, for instance, there are a lot. I don't know that.
There are a lot of, in my group, I wasn't that lucky, but as you could see, if you will follow the institute and the social network, you will see a lot of interviews with the guys that will be attending the Olympic Games in 1 month and something in August in Rio. You will see a lot of guys that are professional football players like Alfred Fimbogazol, for example. So, yes.
Celso Borges, a lot of goalkeepers.
Yeah.
From
your wife.
Yeah.
That is the follow-up question. If Edwin van der Sar is one of your alumnus?
Yes, one of our alumnus. He studied 3 years ago in Amsterdam. Yeah, and right now he's the marketing director in Ajax. Yeah.
And also a related question, if it's true that one of your professors works at the Football Club Barcelona?
Yeah, I think the guy who makes the question is perhaps Googling, searching in Google right now. Yeah, Sintu Ahram is working is leading the sponsorship area in Football Club Barcelona. It's true.
Okay, thank you very much. And actually, one more good question is what is the level of English proficiency required?
I think it's B2. I think it's B2. Yeah, I think it's B2. If you want to follow the program in all the universities in Europe, the level required is B2, the minimum level.
Thank you, Victor. And then a question from Borja: is it mandatory to attend virtual classes? Because the time difference and the work schedule and his work schedule might create a conflict. And would that be somehow penalized?
No, Borja, it's not mandatory to attend virtual classes. The idea in the online methodology is every student can study at his own pace. That means you have one challenge to do every 15 days, 1 or 2 challenges. As I explained it, some assignments you have to deliver it and of course do it alone, and others with a group of people. The professor tries to help you or the group offering different schedules to do the webinars if the conversation is in group or individually. So sometimes it's true that there is a webinar at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but when we do webinars in group, we try to record and upload to the virtual classroom all the conversation. So if one student is working, he just needs to connect to the virtual campus and he can just play and see what has happened. But as I mentioned, mostly of the time, the idea is you have instructions that can be provided by the professor in a board, and you have to follow these instructions, and that means you have to read, you have to search, you have to watch videos. So after this first period, you have to do meetings with your group or with the professor and try to build your personal assignment. And of course, the professor is going to not only help you, also give you constantly feedback, quality feedback.
Actually, Borja has a second question, asking, can you take longer than 13 months to finish the online degree?
Yes, of course. This is one of, I think, one of the things that make us different. Sometimes what we try is okay, our mission is help people to educate themselves. So that means that if one student is I don't know, not only being an athlete. Imagine you know, you get married and you need 1 month of vacation. It happens. Yes. So here, of course, you are not going to ask, and you don't need to stop the program, but the professor is going to tell you, okay, enjoy your holidays, but before leaving, you have to submit this activity, and of course, once you finish, you will have 1 or 2 more weeks to submit the pending ones. And okay, in other cases, on other occasions, you can study more than 8 weeks because perhaps you are following a competition or you have a difficult, a crazy agenda.
I think that as we have mentioned before, the word is flexibility.
Yeah.
So it's completely, of course, up to you, but you could manage it. I mean, if you need to go on a business trip, if you need to go on some kind of, if you're a professional athlete, you have some kind of tournament like right now, European Football Cup. So whatever, you could find a way, and you could always speak with the professor, and there are always the ways how to do it. So absolutely.
Our aim is trying to help you to combine both professional life, personal life, and studies.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we have a few specific questions from a couple of attendees. One is from the marketing department, and the other one is from the IT sector. And the question is, would this program suit them as well, or will it be just for athletes?
Yeah, of course. This program suits you better because we have different profiles in our programs. One of these profiles is your profile. We have experts, professionals who are working in a marketing department of any sports organization who wants to study more, and this program can help us to achieve this education.
Thank you. And actually another specific question from Mike, saying that he has worked in sports for the past 10 years, but does not have an university degree. Could he register for the course, or should he do an intermediate course?
Okay, here I think it depends on different situations. I think it would be great to enroll a master, but here, from my point of view, it's important too, if you have time, of course, motivation. I think it's really important to invest. You have to study. So that means it's important to have the time and the motivation to be back again to the classroom, to the class. Yeah, it's like it's to following a full master. It's invest a lot of time of your life. It's a good thing, but it's not easy. So we always say you have to find the right time. Yeah, the right time, and this means motivation too. I think it's not a good idea.
I would say motivation is sacrification.
Yeah, of course.
You sacrifice a lot. I mean, like your family, your personal life, your friends, your habits. Because
your weekends.
Usually it's your weekends, because if you're working and or doing some kind of sport, you're a professional athlete. Usually weekends you're trying to catch up with everything.
Yeah, but the professors too.
Yeah.
We have had some video conferences with guys in Japan or Ecuador at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true and happens. So we are perhaps a different institution. We are trying to help people to manage better the sports world. This is our mission. So,
and I think that for someone who has like 10 years of experience within the sector, I think that even each kind of master could help you to learn something new. I mean, like the professional experience is one thing,
yeah.
but to add something, something more, like the proper education and some kind of learning and knowledge, it always would help, in my opinion.
Yeah, and some inputs as well from professors who come from the university, from professional guys who are in the industry, from athletes who see things from a different point of view, really different point of view. So,
yeah, absolutely. I think that it would be a great idea.
Thank you very much. I noticed that a couple of attendees must have joined a bit later, as they are asking about the payment. If you wouldn't mind maybe shortly answering Michelle and a few more. Would like to know more about the payments. How much is it, and can it be done in installments? If so, how many installments is it possible to pay in?
Yeah, if you want to study our Master in Sport Management online, has a cost of 7,500 euros, and you can pay this amount in a single payment, then will you receive a 3% discount, or you can pay by installments. In this case, we have two installments. A first one of 4,500 euros and other one of 3,000 euros.
Thank you very much. Another specific question from Ali Musawi, saying that he's not an athlete and has taken fundamental course before and would like to do the postgraduate degree. Does he have any chance of studying at your campus?
Can you repeat? We have had some. He is a former fundamentals student.
Actually, yeah, he has taken a fundamentals course, is what he said, and would like to do the postgraduate degree. Does he have any chances of studying at your campus?
Oh, okay. If he speaks Spanish,
yes.
Yes.
The question is actually in English. That is correct.
Yeah, the postgraduate is only delivered in Barcelona and in Spanish. Yeah, we are not delivering in English yet. Perhaps next year will be a real thing. Not now. Now.
Okay, and regarding the English level, Michelle actually would like to know that saying that he has done his bachelor's degree in English, would he still need to provide you with some sort of certificate, or would that be okay to proceed?
Yeah, I think it depends. If you don't have a proper diploma, it depends on the. I don't know where Michelle is from or where.
From, I think
France?
he's saying he's a French speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's no problem. He has finished a degree in France. I think that I think it is the less it's the level that one university student have once he finishes their degree. So it's possible to study.
And staying on topic of the language proficiency, Sandeep would like to know what is the proficiency required for the Spanish language for the on-campus studies.
Same, exactly the same. There is no difference. Right now, in the European countries, with Bologna, there is the same. There is a kind of level it's required. In English, is the B2. In Spanish, it's the same.
Thank you very much, Victor. We have time to address a couple of more questions. Otherwise, we will have to wrap up the session shortly. And there's a good question as well. Is it true that you have reached a great position at the Sports Business International rankings?
Yeah, I think rankings. Luckily, we have had really good positions. Last year, we reached the #2 in online programs and the 14th in the on-campus programs. I think
When I started in 2012.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course, there are more universities in these rankings. Of course, I mean, in the sports management world, we are competing with huge universities, American ones. They are the founders of sport management. Yes, for instance, Ohio State and others, and Florida. And yeah, they are fighting and trying to offer the best experience. For us, this is the most important, even if we are we are this year, for instance, yes, they will receive the news that we are now 20 in general, in general, I think over 500, yes. 500 institutions who are offering sport management masters who are in number 20 all over the world. This is, I think, good, really good.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just,
Really high rankings, I do agree.
yeah.
Moving on to the next question, also beneficial to a broader audience, is what would you recommend to study online or on campus?
Wow. $1 million question.
Yeah,
I think, again, it depends. For me, this is my personal opinion, depends on the age, your personal situation, whether if you are studying or sorry, if you are working and you've got family. If I were 20, in my early 20s, I have no doubt I would prefer to come to Barcelona and to spend a year here, or of course in Amsterdam, in the beautiful Amsterdam, spending a year in one of my, I think it would be one of my best years in my whole life. But if you are not in your early 20s and you are working and, want to study and have a really good experience, the online, the distance learning is a good choice. Yeah.
According to my own experience, I mean, usually, unfortunately, it depends on your economic situation. I mean, in my case, I would love to study on campus, but it was impossible for me to just study 1 year and without working.
I remember Lucas when started to study with us, didn't live in Barcelona, neither in Amsterdam.
No, not at all. Yeah, it was quite difficult, but
and now he's in his 30s, so
yeah,
it's better to study online,
Well, just 2 weeks ago, but
30s.
time to class, yeah. But I think that it depends on each and every situation. So it depends on the situation, depends on your own exactly what you want to do and your own situation.
And actually, we do have a question related to this topic. Lucas, it's for you. Maybe we can end this Q&A on this note. So the question, Lucas, is how would you describe your experience at Johan Cruyff Institute?
I would recommend people, to be honest. The first point would be the permanent support. The second one would be the permanent networking. And the third point would be great quality content of learning materials of the professors and of the given knowledge. If I will go more in depth, I mean, the most important part for me was able to support. Because as I was mentioning before, at the beginning I was afraid, I just received all the PDFs, and fortunately for me, it was like this. I received great support. I received really great help from the professors. And the networking was something that really surprised me, because during the 3 years, it's almost 4 years left in contact with the Cruyff Institute, I was able to meet a lot of people. I was able to even use this contact in my further life and professional life, things and deals with my current company. So I mean, it's a great experience, and I'm saying this only because I'm just right and I'm here right now. I'm saying it because it helped me a lot to establish myself as a professional in the sports sector, and it helped me a lot to grow as a person and to even find some real friends.
Lucas, thank you very much for sharing your experience as well. But unfortunately, this is all the time we had for today. So it's time to wrap up the session. And firstly, I would like to thank the audience for joining. And I'm sure that you did get the necessary information for studying at Johan Cruyff Institute. And all of us are hoping that some of you are already considering in applying. And best of luck with those endeavors. And of course, very special thank you to Victor, Roman, and Lucas. Thank you very much for taking your time and providing the students with the much needed information. And at this point, I would like to ask you if you maybe have any closing comments for today's audience.
Yeah, I have one comment because one of the students asked us about is the same price online and on campus. No, it's not the same price. Online, I remember the price is 7,500 euros, and on campus in Amsterdam, for instance, is 10,800 euros.
A difference. And from the guys, 15th of September, the 19th of September, perhaps in Barcelona or in Caroline, or the 10th in Amsterdam. Remember, I'm just inviting you the 4th of July, with one of the biggest companies, educational companies in the world, Coursera. We are launching a MOOC-based open online course. I think very interesting topic, sponsorship activation, with some famous guys as Pep Guardiola will be with us in this program for free. So if you want to join us, remember 4th of July we in the kickoff of this free course in Coursera, and you will see the information in our webpage, social media channels. It's been a pleasure. Whatever you need, just write us. It's a pleasure to try to work out if you have any doubt, etc.
Well,
go ahead, Lucas.
As I mentioned before, it's like your last question already summed up what I wanted to say in the last comment. So it's like, in my opinion, all the people that are with love work they are considering themselves working in sport. I think it's a great idea to start with graduate students, and it could help you a lot with your future career. So thanks a lot for having me here, and thanks a lot for your presentation, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again to all the participants. This is Simon signing off by saying I wish you a good morning, perhaps a good afternoon, or a good evening from wherever you may be. Thank you for joining, and goodbye.